He is. He's the spitting image. He is. It's Donal O'Hanlon, and that's who it is. And you're with Destination Newry. And Donal is tonight promulgating the message of the excellence of Sean Hollywood. A new kid on the block of greatness. He can never win tonight, can he? Against the Russell sisters, against Mitchell and Martin, against Richardson from Bestbrook, against the monks who founded Newry, against the Francis Carville, the great entrepreneur, against the canal builders. Sean Hollywood?
Yes. Next question. Yes, of course he can. Sean was a great man this time. I think people forget. It's only when they see things written in a history book that they really have it affirmed to them that a person has been of value of some sort. Sean isn't in the history books really yet. I think even for the Grand March in Newry alone, apart from his other attributes, he deserves...
Remind people of the Grand March.
Well, the Grand March was the week after Bloody Sunday, and everybody, I presume, expected that the same scenario would unfold.
Awfulness.
Yes. And the town was full of troops, and it was a scary situation. The lights were all out, and 50,000 people managed to get through the barriers and into the town, and 50,000 people marched, and as they were approaching the area at the bottom of the Camera Road where conflict was expected, the tactician Hollywood had already got it in mind and stood in the lorry across the road, everybody down that little lane that leads into the meadow. So 50,000 people had marched in the teeth of Faulkner's guns, I think was the way he put it, and proved in essence that the place was ungovernable. And why I think that Sean deserves greatness from that was that 50 days later was the end of Stormont rule, and there was direct rule then. And I associate that with the beginning of the end, a long, slow, torturous one, but the beginning of the end of Newry being an economic black spot.
Yes.
That investment was diverted in other directions, but not in Newry. And it was, to a fair extent, more equitable.
Who will be your greatest competitor? Who do you fear most?
Well, I fear because, lurking in my head is always a respect and a fear of the clergy.
Oh, so I think they're going to win. I'm
worried about Sister Perpetua, and I know that you've been fighting her case, and I think it's just because you're a big licking up to the clergy and
I lick up to the clergy. I want to go to heaven today. I know by licking up to the clergy, it is the heavenly way.
Did I get up at this hour of the morning for this?
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So no, I think all the speakers we've heard their speeches, but we're not sort of holding our powder dry. We know what each other's doing,
rehearsed.
And indeed we're running each other's PowerPoints.
Wow. And, there's the opportunity for sabotage.
That should be, well, with you backstage, Rowan, no doubt there's the opportunity for all sorts of hijinks.
I beg your pardon. Excuse me. You're in danger of losing your MC. Mm-hmm. Backstage, dear boy. Would you like to rephrase that?
Yes, well, you're one of the supporting acts, as I hope people know.
He's still not getting it right here. Yeah. I can pull the switch on this at the beginning, really mess it up in a big way. I shall be there. And that's tuxedoed to the nines.
Oh, you're dolling up, are you?
Well, I am dolling up. Are you dolling up?
Sean Hollywood found it appropriate to walk around the town with a jumper with 3 pigs on it and a large yellow high visibility jacket before the word high visibility had been invented.
I can't do this because everyone will say that's Hollywood-esque and it will advance your cause. I mustn't do that. I must have the funereal black and the dicky bow in order to remain neutral.
Some people have a sense of presence, but other people have to create one like that.
I'm playing down my natural instincts in order to be totally fair in the whole business. Paddy's coming, Paddy McGuinness, thank God.
Yes, we're looking forward to that, Paddy. Yep. Obviously, we had to decide some parameters for Newry's greatest, and one of the first was that you had to be dead. Mm. So there are great characters like Paddy McGuinness and Pat Jennings and so on, who we just, I'm sorry guys, you're not dead. Yeah. So you can't be considered at the moment.
I'm sure you're quite happy you're not dead, and you'll forgo the pleasure of greatness and ennoblement, and that will be good. But Paddy, we're the lovely, it's good. The council is offering him, well, it is happening. It's there in the town hall beforehand, in the old council chamber, a civic reception for Paddy, which would be lovely.
I think it's the duty of councils to ensure that the prophet in his hometown is honoured.
But fundamentally, you're not a council lover.
No. No. I don't think there's... it reminds me of that quote about, was it Goebbels, whenever I hear the word culture, I reach for the safety on my Glock. You know, I think, although I must say I was very pleased to hear Jerry Adams at the Ardèche come out, it's a huge speech about culture being at the heart of every community and the arts being at the heart of them, drama, writing. So I would hope there would be a new look at the value of culture in the town.
So you're expecting a Sinn Féin renaissance in the matter of culture. They're going to lead us forward.
Well, I mean, they could hang it onto the Celtic twilight or whatever, but I think there's always room for culture in every community.
Yeah. No, you're a great irreverence for the business of a municipality and those who run it.
That's why I admire Hollywood, because I'd be fairly anti-establishment. Whenever I see sacred cows, I generally think hamburger.
Yeah.
And I think Sean was the same.
Yeah.
And it's our duty to poke them with a stick now and again.
Is your presentation tonight going to be redolent of your attitude now? Because it'd be exciting if you are.
Well, you see, I'm at my most dangerous now because I'm speaking off the cuff. Tonight will be carefully prepared lines that are there, because we are limited to 12 minutes each. So nobody can drone on and on and on. Particularly you, Ron, you're limited as well in your introduction, so no droning on as well.
That's why I'm not terribly good on Twitter.
Oh, right, yes.
I think you've only, many words have you got on Twitter?
Well, it's characters. I think it's 147, a bit like a snooker break.
Yeah. Is that a snooker? What do you know about snooker?
If you put all the balls, everything down in the correct order, is it 147 is the maximum break?
I never thought of you as a snookery fellow.
I'm not in any way sporting.
But you're just well informed. As is your want, you have to do this. So tonight, what time in the town hall?
The doors open at 7, and the show kicks off. If you can call it a show, it's a bit more academic than that. Kicks off at 7:30. We'll allow, if you had read your schedule for the evening, we're allowing a 5-minute leeway, while elderly people like you have a last run to the bathroom and get on stage.
Excuse me, we'll have some music.
Not now, darling, not now.